Welcome everybody to another fun-filled episode of Let the Dice Roll. I'm Eric.
I'm Justin.
It took a second, like you forgot for a moment.
Well, maybe I had to get my faculties in order, or figure out which cover identity that I use because I don't remember.
My files get mixed, and sometimes it just gets really difficult. So, for those of you returning, you know how this show works. We go through and we take the D20, we roll it through Bosephus. And he gives us a number. That number corresponds to a subject given to us by people we know or things we've made up. And we sit here and ramble on about it until we run into the next thing or argue about it. Who knows what's going to happen? Would you like to lead
I'm pleasantly surprised that we haven't argued yet. Because, arguing is our whole thing.
I know. People think that we actually get, really mad at each other. I'm sure you guys have, your friends that you can sit there and have an entire, play argument with, enough to make people feel awkward in the same room.
Like right the other day?
Yeah.
We'll start name-calling. We'll start cussing.
Oh, yeah. Start cussing each other out, name-calling, and then by the end of it, it was that was all just funsies. So I'll get the first one going. We'll see what happens. I want that to be an audio mechanic in this thing. We got 5.
5. Worst fictional world or worlds to be an NPC in.
Worst fictional worlds or worlds. World or world.
Alien spaceship.
And punches the shelf, knocks everything down. Great. Game over. My first thought...
Marvel.
Why Marvel?
That's only because I've told you, watching the whole Marvels in the timeline. Last night I watched Thor: The Dark World and stuff like that. And it's just, the worlds just be getting messed up. Your cars, your buildings, in the Avengers in New York. And also, something I thought about, this is not really pertaining to this, but it's pertaining to this. Why is it always New York City?
I don't know. They have their own separate stories in a little bit different areas, but they always end up coming back there just because I think that's where Stark Tower is.
But it's just not even necessarily in Marvel. It's Marvel, DC, pretty much any world in a quiet place. It's always New York. Why is New York always ha?
I think it's just because everybody has this view of it, I guess.
Another thing that I thought about. Why is it whenever people are here, bury this where no one will find it, it's always on Earth?
Because we, I guess, are just hidden in the little pocket, yet everybody always finds us.
Yeah, it's what do we...
Here, hide this. Don't put it inside the moon.
Yeah, it's DC, there was a thing that was buried here that Darkseid was after. And it's always why is it always us?
The Illuminati.
You're going to put us... Because, let's be honest. Humans as a whole, we don't make the best decisions. So why would you put these world-ending artifacts on Earth for us to find?
I think it's if they find it and blow themselves up, it's really not that big of a deal.
Probably. But yeah, worst... Marvel, Lord of the Rings, depending on, when Sauron was at the height of his power.
Have you ever seen...
Fallout.
Metalocalypse?
No. You should have knew that answer.
I know. I was just asking just to put it out there,
I
just
appreciate
in case.
it. Just in case, but it's
So Metalocalypse is... Shit, what the hell was the band's name? Now my brain stopped. I have to look it up really quick because I can't remember what the name of the band is, and I feel so bad. Metalocalypse. It was Death Clock. They had a show, and basically, it would be misadventures of them doing dumb shit, drinking bleach, things like that, stupid shit. But at every one of their shows, everybody just dies. They'll melt people's faces off, literally, or some demon gets summoned and kills everybody. It's always something to where I don't think there's an episode where somebody doesn't die en masse. And so being in that world, heaven forbid, you're just walking down the street and they're we're putting on a show in Central Park, blah, and then everybody dies.
Well, yeah.
That super jail. There's a lot of them where it's just random death and dismemberment. I'd rather be, at least in Marvel, like, somebody's trying to save you. Maybe not you in particular, but trying to stop whatever's going on. But whenever you get into these shows like that, like Metalocalypse, Super Jail, I know that there's more where it's just mayhem, chaos, and people just getting destroyed.
Yeah, like I'm just walking in my car on like a normal Tuesday, and the Hulk picks up my car and eats it. It's like, well,
I think I saw it was a skit. Somebody was like talking to their insurance company about it because their car ended up like in their office building. And it's like, again, why is it always mine? So yeah, I would go with Metalocalypse being the worst one to be an NPC in.
Well, I don't know that one, so we're just gonna.
Excuse me.
I can't see what that is.
9.
What superpower would you want if you could only have one?
Superpowers. It's hard to say because there's so many good ones. What's yours?
Yeah.
Yep. Asked you too quick, didn't I?
Sure enough. Here's the thing. I'll think of one, I'm like, ooh, but then I'll think another, and I'm like, ooh, and then I'll think another, and I'm like,
I think the top 3, 2 of them are kind of like, okay, I get you, and then the last one's kind of weird, but Professor Xavier.
Which one?
Comic book Xavier.
Can you do different things? I don't remember.
Well, he's basically like the super telepath.
Mm-hmm.
You have Magneto, which that would in and of itself need a shit. You can almost do anything that you really want to with that. And then the final being Toph from The Last Airbender, being able to earthbend. I don't want to be blind, though.
So I was thinking, like, teleportation. Or, like, just being, like, with my brain.
What would you do with teleportation? What's your...
Indestructible. Like, things like... I have to go things like that. Like, bullets just bounce off me. I'm like, okay.
But what's your, like, storyline in your head? How would you get teleportation? What's your backstory? How did you get this far? Like, how did you get your powers?
I just woke up one day.
You just woke up one day
and woke up one day and said, and then I was over there and I'm like, whoa.
That is thrilling.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. How does anyone just together? They just wake up one day.
It was just like a story prompt, like coming up
so
with
they just wake up one day and like, oh.
Just,
Yeah, I had no other. I was just, what superpower would I want? If I was...
See, it's always either like random chance, or some sort of chemical spill that you just happen to be wandering into.
I'd like to just wake up one day. Just give me something simple. I don't want to do it. Like,
I had such a strange dream last night. I was on that side of the room. Now I'm on this side of the room. I don't want to walk
into chemicals, and that's just a lot.
That's just, I don't know. That seems like a fun story prompt, especially for if you were to do a D&D campaign where it's like you were a person, like an average person, and like, all right, what's your backstory to turn into your character? Like, say, if we were in today's world and you woke up and you were Oathbreaker Paladin. This is like some strange dream. Like, woman comes to you in your dream. It's like, I bless you with these powers. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then you take them and you break the oath immediately.
I'd like, first of all, I didn't know there was oaths.
Like, if you
just came to me and was like, ha!
It's like, here, I'm going to give you these powers as long as you uphold justice and slay the wicked.
But I'm like, my definition of justice might be different than your definition of justice.
I feel like she would make it clear.
So, like, I would argue.
She would put, like, her will into your brain.
She'd be like, you broke your oath. I'm like, but did I?
I see you arguing with a deity.
Probably.
This, like, all-knowing being is like, hey, you did this thing. And you're like, yeah, did I? Like, yes. Yes, you did.
Well, my family growing up said I should have been a lawyer.
That holds no bearing against a god.
I don't know. I'll plead my case.
You can't sit there and be like, and furthermore, Your Honor, and then just, like, and zap.
And I'm like, well...
And now you're a puddle of goo.
I'll be the gooeyest goo.
What?
The best goo there has ever been. That's all I can do.
Is be goo.
Yeah, if you made me goo.
There's a song in there somewhere. I'm the best goo, didgeridoo.
Goo, that goo. Did you feel that goo?
That sounds dirty.
Well, you're the one that turned me into goo. I didn't do this. So.
No, the deity turned you into goo because you broke the oath.
You were the deity at that point in time.
Yes, and you started arguing.
I technically hadn't argued my case yet because I don't know what oath I broke. I'm just saying there could be reasons to where it's like you broke your oath, and I'm like, I technically didn't.
How would you technically? All right, your oath of what? Which one?
Okay, say I need like
throw out an oath
during the one campaign. We're at work.
Okay, that explains nothing to our viewers.
I'm getting there with the. You spoke to our friend Timothy that was playing an oath, a paladin, saying you need to set him free, and he said okay. Proceeded to let the person die because that was in a way setting them free. So that's not what the deity meant, but it's still technically he did what the deity said.
Yes, and therefore he did not get in trouble.
But I'm talking about that would be my. They're like, well, I told you to set him free. I was like, and I did. You didn't specify enough.
Okay, so let's say it's something.
So my deity would learn. They'd have to be like, oh, we have to.
You need to protect the innocent and slay the wicked. And it's like this little child. This
who
little
makes
kid
them the
has
innocent and who makes them the wicked?
I swear to you. In your deity's eyes, that you would have full knowledge of how they work. There's a child
Why
murderer.
do I have a deity?
Because you swore an oath to them.
But they swear oath to concepts. They don't swear an oath to a deity, so now I'm real confused.
Paladins still follow, like, set thing
the
given to them by
vengeance.
Yes.
But it's their oath that they're doing this. They're not.
And you break it, who enforces that?
It's not given to them necessarily
you
by
don't
a
like, I really, really hate that guy, and then suddenly superpowers. Somebody's behind the scenes going, there.
I don't know. I just work.
I want vengeance on this one person. I'm so angry that now I can throw fireballs. It's like that's not how it. There's always something behind it.
I don't know.
Like the paladins of Tyr. Tyr is a god.
Yeah.
He has paladins.
Does he?
Yes, they are called the paladins of Tyr.
I don't identify there. I don't acknowledge their organization.
So you would never be a paladin.
So it doesn't. No, I'm objectively paladins are like I'm not. I don't fit the characteristics of the paladin, Eric. You know
I threw this out there so that you would be able to like identify with it and be like, oh, this is how I would follow this.
I don't speak like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you?
no.
You can't hear you. Viewers, I don't know. See, look.
Yeah, that's you.
Okay.
That's what's up. I would be a paladin now. I wouldn't be a paladin. Let's be honest.
Okay, so you
like
wake
playing
up from your
paladins.
dream.
Yeah.
If you have one. Can you have dreams?
Nightmares usually.
Okay. So you wake up from being eaten by a gigantic creature.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're able to... I don't know, what class would you feel that you can identify with?
It changes on a given
I
Tuesday.
swear to Christ. It's just a hypothetical.
I don't know. Man, let's just go monk just for the shits and giggles.
Okay, so suddenly you wake up.
Wake up.
And you suddenly have control of your key. Like you can feel the flow of energy in the universe, and you are able to control it in your...
I'm a Jedi. Keep going. I'm getting in the headspace.
What do you do with that? Where does Justin go from there? To be honest, I completely lost the point of what I was trying to get at, so we're just going to roll with this.
You have to work. To work.
Just get up and go to work. Feeling the flow of the universe underneath of you as you drive, you're like, wow, this feels funky.
Yeah, I'll probably think I'm having a stroke or something, to be honest with you.
You smelled toast the other day.
Pop-Tart.
Was it?
Yeah.
You could identify it from the burning smell coming from the toaster?
I've done much worse, and you know this.
I can identify this cake by looking at it. That's I smell buttercream. Vanilla cake under there. 2 layers. It was baked 3 days ago, decorated yesterday.
You know my talents.
Forensic foodologist.
You don't get this big without learning a thing or two. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
I kind of lost the thing of the point, so I think we should just go ahead and roll another one.
Yeah. I forget what the hell we started with. I know it was superpowers, but then I forget how we got here. Oh, tangents. No.
Yeah.
That one.
Well, what are we playing right now? Me, nothing.
Let me see. Ooh, actually, news to you, because you might be interested in this as well. Hell Let Loose Vietnam is having a playtest in the weekend that we're filming this. And I forget exactly when it's going to be coming out, but they're doing a playtest at the moment.
I kept thinking last night that we still have a lot to finish on Ready or Not.
We don't have a lot.
Yeah, there's like we still got quite a few on the main,
13th.
and then there's like 2 or 3 DLCs now that we haven't even touched.
Oh, did the other DLC come out? Because those only have like 3 or 4 things each on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
think we still have like 5 on the main, like the main game we haven't even finished, and then however many on each DLC.
Yeah, we do need to get back into doing that.
Whatever.
But I found Hell Let Loose Vietnam's release date is August 13th.
Oh, you know what upsets me a little bit?
Oh, shit.
One, is it August? My DLC for Mafia comes out. Anywho, so they came out with the release date for God of War, Luffy, which is that Luffy is actually the king of the Frost Giants. Like that's his name. They came out with the release dates February 16th, 2 days before I'm gonna get to play Fable. So now I'm real conflicted. Not really.
Not really. I feel like one heavily outweighs the other.
I want to play. I want to play God of War, but it's like Fable. It's like,
yeah, especially come my end because I think you said you hadn't played any of the other ones.
I have not.
Being that I played like original, and then waited for the second one to come out, and waited for the third one to come out, and there were parts where I was disappointed. I'm really hoping that this one is going to be awesome. I am kind of sad that they took out co-op. Because that was one of the things that 3 did, like,
that's one
wonderful.
of the things because I didn't know much about Fable because I never played it. But the prospect of being able to play like this new one with you was something that excited me a lot. Because like I just imagined us having our own houses and we're both blacksmith. We wake up, we
meet up for the same carriage ride. Like, oh, how's it going? Yeah, I got that order of shields to do today. It's like, oh yeah, I got a bunch of pitchforks I got to finish. Timmy needs his new custom shovel, and that would be like it'll be like a week of us playing it, just role playing it like that.
And then it was like, oh, then no, this is going to be strictly solo.
Like,
well, I'm so excited for it that there was a little bit of a
yeah,
because I also was like, I'm going to need. And even now that we're not playing, even though it's not co-op, I'm still going to kind of need you to be like, hey.
No, because it doesn't work like that.
It will.
It won't.
I'll listen to you.
No, you won't.
I will.
I know you.
I'll listen to you. Eventually, I'll get there. I'll get there a lot sooner with you saying, hey, do this, than I would if you said nothing. And we both know that.
But here's what drives you.
And you can't go back on the Skyrim, because that one kind of lost. I've lost interest in that one as a whole.
At this point, yeah, no, because you burned out on it, doing all the other shit except for the main storyline.
I didn't know.
You did.
I didn't.
I told you, and you specifically went against what I was saying just to spite me.
Well, that's because of how annoyed it got you.
It pissed me off.
And it brought me joy. So, yes, I'm a toxic person.
This...
You want to call your best friend a motherfucker?
Yes.
Wow. Your brother? That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
I think it'd be worse if I was afraid to insult you.
See what I have to deal with?
No. Goes in Skyrim. And it's been quite a long time, obviously, that this game has been out. And he finally got a hold of it. I think it was, like 2 years ago? It's been a minute.
It's been a while. I think it's longer than that.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put like 2 to 3 years ago. And this still makes me mad to this day, even though he hasn't touched it in about a year and a half, 2 years.
Probably 2.
I
I was still living in Daytona.
he gets the game.
Yes.
I praise how good the game is. Like, you're going to have a blast, find a class you like, go through. It's an absolute blast of a game. Has fun with the game. What I failed to realize, and he told me later, is that he, and those of you who are familiar with this, I think this is going to drive you crazy, got to the point where the Greybeards tried to call you up to the mountain to explain what you are and what's going on, and he never did it. He has yet to go through mission like number 2 on the main storyline. It has been 2 years. He has hit every side quest that he can find, built a house, adopted kids, got married, everything, and has yet to play the main storyline of Skyrim. He's a vampire lord, Thieves Guild, whatever, all of that stuff. Still hasn't played the second mission of the main storyline. I want to throw things at you because of it.
Killed the college.
Yeah, destroyed the college, the magic college. And...
Well, maybe they shouldn't try to stop me.
You tried to steal from them immediately.
I successfully stole from them.
Obviously not, because he tried to catch you and then you murdered everyone.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, exactly. So it became a break-in that was originally a theft, a burglary.
Well, I was
and then
actually
it became
there.
a homicide.
I did quite a few of the missions there. Like, I went through the classes
Why didn't you
and
do
learned.
quite a few of the main story missions?
And I learned a little bit, but then when they opened up and they were like, hey, this is like the dormitory, I'm like, I'm stealing people's shit. I'm taking it with payment pending.
Why?
Because I like stuff.
Anyway, yeah. So this is why whenever Fable comes out, which is also supposed to be open world, kind of like do what you will, I have no faith that he's going to go through the main story.
I'm a lot more intrigued and invested in the Fable story.
You were intrigued and invested enough to go through the world of Skyrim and do everything but the main story.
That was just me being like, oh, I wonder what's around this corner. I wasn't invested
You eventually would have to run into the storyline.
But I wasn't invested in the story.
Because you didn't start it.
Well,
you have to open the book to read it.
I did read it. And I was like...
Did you read it?
No. Yep.
No?
I got sidetracked immediately. It's not my fault. As soon as I got to Winterhaven or whatever that first place is called...
It's Whiterun is the first one.
Whiterun, the companions are like, hey! And they immediately gave me missions to go do those missions.
Yes.
I didn't know that was a side quest. Honest to God. He just came up to me and was like, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I'll do it.
If you were just exploring what's around every corner and what's up where, eventually you'd have had to run into the main storyline eventually.
I just haven't
unless
made it up
you
that
actively...
yet.
What do you mean you haven't been in that direction yet?
I just haven't made it up.
It's right next to Whiterun.
I didn't know that.
So that's why when Fable comes out, I'm going to try my best not to focus on what he's doing and just play it myself. Because it's going to drive me crazy. Because I'm going to be like 3 cities deep and doing some missions trying to like advance myself. And he's going to be like, well, I found a house in the first village.
No.
I bought the bar. And then I bought every house in town so that I could make enough money to move on to the next town. And he's just basically going to hostile take over the world. Town by town, farm by farm.
No, not on my first playthrough. Not on my second playthrough. I'm honestly, like, you have my word that I'm going to do my best and due diligence to play through the story.
And I'm not saying you have to go story. All right, now I've finished this, I can do other things. But it's like, all right, I've kind of carved out an area. There's not a lot still in this zone. I'm going to move to the next storyline.
I'll treat it like Red Dead Redemption 2.
How did you treat Red Dead Redemption 2?
I did a lot of exploring, but I did go through the story.
I think with as much...
I didn't go from story to story to story to story.
Yeah, no.
Like, I would do a story, I'd go out and do this. I'd do a story,
yeah.
I'd go out and do this. I'd do a story, I'd go out and do this. Because by the time, like we're in, like, chapter 2, not even halfway through chapter 2 of Red Dead Redemption, I already had, like, all max guns. And I had, like, 10,000. Like, everyone was saying, we need money. I'm like, I got 10,000. I've been selling gold left and right. Like the beginning of chapter 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2, my camp was fully upgraded. Pelts and all. And I'm like, alright, now let's do this. Like once I feel satisfied, I'm like, alright, I got enough clothes because I like diversity and I like to change my clothes every day and shower and stay in hotels because it is just what I am. Because like they're like, let's sleep out here in the camp. I'm like, I'm going to go to this hotel.
You're the bougiest cowboy.
And I'd be eating and stuff. But once I had
pinkies out.
But like I make the suggestion, like once I fully upgraded the camp, got all the pelts I needed to get, do everything I needed to do, upgraded my horse, and I was like, all right, story, because I was content to where I was.
Yeah, see, I do it in sections. Like my brain will section off an area of the map or so many missions, and I'll put a line there in my brain, and I'll be like, anything past this, I'm gonna wait until I try to do another story. So. Just to get an idea for it, let's say like storyline 5 side quests, storyline 5 side quests, storyline 5, or like if it's something I'm like I really need this for my build or whatever I'm doing depending on the game, I'll go after that, and then once I have that, it's like okay, fix myself. All right, storyline.
Well, like my first playthrough of like a Cyberpunk, I didn't really worry about side quests. I just went through the story.
See, I don't know what it was with Cyberpunk because I downloaded it and tried playing it. I think it was just overwhelming all at once.
Yeah, that one, because like once you get past that one, like the hotel, like the main, that one part, it's just everything is just here. So that's why you have to go in your map and like you can disable and like take things away.
Yeah, see, I think I got overwhelmed with it.
Like the way
I stopped playing that one relatively quick.
Oh no, see, my only problem is that one. How far did you get?
Not very. Like, it was like some of the first upgrades you
know
get.
Jackie? Your buddy that you meet?
I got past the cutscene where he tries to steal the car you're stealing, and then you became best friends, and like you go and you're doing a job to like steal some equipment for some dude in a limo that's like smoking and blowing it in your face whenever he's done. Yeah. It was right after that. I was like, eh.
Did you get the thing that he wanted?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, never mind then. I don't want to say anything else.
I probably won't get into it for a long, long time.
Because he dies. But my problem is they try to make that an emotional anchor. But it's like you didn't spend enough time with him because you didn't get to have all that backstory. Like, I understand he means a lot to the V character, but it kind of glosses over all that real quick.
Yeah, they never, if that be the case, they never really give you a chance to, like, become friends with him.
Mm-hmm. And, like, you can get his motorcycle and his guns, and that's all cool. You have to do quests to get it. But it's like they wanted it to be, like, an emotional thing, and it just wasn't because, like, you didn't have enough time to bond with him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. I'm gonna do my best. Because I want to try to play, because I want to converse and be like, oh, so-and-so, you been in that town yet? Yeah. All right, what did you do? What decision did you make? Because I already know our decisions is going to be different.
Oh, completely opposite.
Because I am who I am, and you are who you are.
Yeah. You're just a straight villain and shit.
Well, not always.
Like hostile business takeover.
No.
Yeah.
That made me mad. Like on that gameplay trailer we watched, where that the store owner was just mad. She didn't like you, and she gave you an 80% like increase markup. Now, would I find the house that she lives in and then buy the house and kick her out? Yes.
That's the kind of petty that he is. It's funny as shit, though.
And then I would buy her business. I'm like, well, you're gone.
And now it's all mine.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. Hell Let Loose is coming out with its playtest that releases on August 13th. I've also been playing Pal World in the 1.0 update. There's another game that came out on Game Pass, I think it was just 2 days ago. Shift at Midnight. So Shift at Midnight is, I believe it's an indie game, because I didn't recognize the developers. But you get a job at this, like, isolated gas station. Graphics are not the greatest, but it works well for what you're doing. And if I'm being dead honest, the gameplay itself doesn't miss. Like, they did really well with it. You went to a animal shelter and bonded with an animal, and so you get to pick a pet. Like I got a little puppy. Well, after some time, this is like text-based at the beginning, like after some time, your dog starts to get sick. Or you can pick between 2 dogs, a cat, or a goose. And so they start to get sick, and so you get an extra job to help pay for their medicine.
What's the name of it?
A Shift at Midnight. And so you get a job to help pay for their medicine, but what they didn't tell you whenever they were starting is that there is a lot of doppelgangers of people attacking.
It's co-op.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually really fun. It's kind of like, have you ever seen any videos on like Papers, Please or Quarantine Zone?
No.
To where like they'll give you an ID whenever they come up to purchase something, and you have to identify if it's a real person, if it's a not, and they get tricky at times.
Yeah, I've seen Queso play it.
Mm-hmm.
One of those.
Quarantine Zone, I think I've seen him playing, which is currently on Game Pass if you didn't know, because they kind of snuck it in there. Because originally it was on PC Game Pass, but whenever they added it to the Xbox Game Pass, they didn't bump it up to the new games. They just kind of added it to the list because it was already technically there. So it just kind of got snuck into the bottom of the list. But yeah, Shift at Midnight, so you're trying to earn extra money to pay for your pet's medicine, but in that time there's a murderer on the loose, there's the doppelgangers, and you're basically working by yourself trying to manage this entire gas station convenience store.
I went down a rabbit hole of that convenience store, like operator game, where it's like you own the convenience store, you have to upgrade it and buy things. I went down a thing where I was watching
Supermarket Simulator.
Yeah, I was watching like Case. I played that a lot. Like I got real into it.
It gets, because I played that, it becomes tedious to manage after so long, because you can, like say your goods, you can buy them on your computer, which is basically just the shipment comes in, or there's a store down the street that sells everything at like a third of the price that you can get it on the computer.
See, when I was watching that, I didn't sit there. He didn't do the store.
Yeah, there's
he only bought it from his computer.
There's stores around you that you can go and buy at like wholesale, and then it's cheaper, but you have to go through the effort of going and getting everything yourself. But your store gets so big to where you're buying like 20 boxes of this, 15 boxes of that, and so you're either running with 1 box each in your hand, or you buy the pickup truck that can store like 10 to 15 boxes at a time, and you're just driving back and forth.
They upgraded it a little while since I was watching it.
Yeah, it was fun at first.
I kind of like the simulator, like the police simulator is fun.
I
got real into that. You got me in that one too. I had notes next to me, and I was taking notes.
It's fun. I wish there was a little bit more detail to things. Like it just kind of became repetitive in the areas that we were in.
Because I had a truck and everything, I'd be pulling people over.
There is a game demo that I was playing the other day. I didn't get too deep into it. It's called, what was it? Contraband Police? Or Contraband Patrol, something like that. I forget. It was either like Ukrainian, Turkish, something. I forget. But you run a checkpoint in between 2 countries. And so people are trying to smuggle things in, and you're the police that have to stop them. But I have to play a little bit more of that one to see how detailed it gets, because I like detail in those kind of games where I feel like I'm actually doing a job, rather than when it came to Police Simulator. Like some of the stuff was neat whenever it came to like figuring out who caused the crash, who did this, that, and the other thing, but then it became like the same things again and again.
Because I would be getting people violations and tickets left and right. I'd be walking about in the street and I'd be like, cool. Yeah, no, but August 14th is when the Mafia Men of Honor DLC comes out for the old country. And that one you're helping, Salieri, which is the boss from Mafia 1 that you work for. It's when he's over there and he's like, he just got out of prison and like you're helping him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But like, the Mafia games, I love. But those ones, I'm not playing anything. I played Man of Honor, played through that. Replayed Mafia 2, started replaying Mafia 3. Got bored with it because for some reason the graphic, like it's it's a weird definitive edition one. For some reason, it doesn't load in weird. It gets weird. Like the faces look blurry, but they don't look blurry at the same time, and like things don't load in properly. And then that's it. I think I was replaying Grand Theft Auto just for the 500 millionth time.
I was playing for a while before I got into Power World, and I sunk into that because I'm a sucker for a survival-based builder. Black Desert, which is MMORPG.
You bought it last time I was here.
Yeah, it was like $10, I think. But I was fiending for something because New World...
Eternum.
Yeah, New World Eternum. I don't know why I was thinking of Ventress. I was like, that's not them. But New World Eternum was getting shut down for the longest time, and so I gave up on that, even though I absolutely adored that game and everything about it. Like, I would just sink hours into it. And then they were like, well, we're firing everybody and shutting down the servers. I'm like, I'm not even going to waste my time now. Let me go find something else. Because that game was a time sink that you had to grind to build up and like get things. But it made it fun to do. Like, you could spend a whole day chopping down trees and breaking rocks just to go back and build bricks and logs and sell them, and it would be fun to do. But I needed some sort of MMORPG experience, and Black Desert seems to be doing okay for me right now. I am looking forward to some other ones coming out that are a little bit more user-friendly, because I'm not a WoW person. Like, I can't do it. I mean, more power to you. That game is the OG, but yeah, no, I can't do it. I even thought about going back to the old RuneScape. Like the weird little 3D, like it looked awful, but it was just so satisfying to complete things. But yeah.
And then I might get Blood of Dawnwalker. I canceled my pre-order for it.
Why?
I started going back and forth on it. I was like, nah.
You were so giddy about that. That's been like a year that you've been holding on to
but
that.
But then, like, some of the new gameplay that comes out, it still looks good, but I'm also kind of like, I'll go back and forth on it, so I canceled it. I might end up pre-ordering it again, because who knows, I'll just be doing things. But I know that one. So the Men of Honor DLC I'm looking forward to. Blood of the Dawnwalker I'll probably end up getting. And then Grand Theft Auto 6 in November, because, of course. And then God of War and Fable next year. So far, that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah.
What was that one we were talking about the other day? It was the people that made Baldur's Gate 3. They're coming out with their own series. Divinity Original Sin. That was it. I wonder if there's any other news on that.
I haven't seen anything. It doesn't mean there's not,
Sin
but because that trailer looked good as hell.
It did. It looked really cool. And so I was trying to see...
I hope that one's going to be 2-player.
I really hope that it is. Larian, that was it. Duh.
Yeah, Larian.
But they haven't announced like anything else.
They did that trailer and that's it. I know Wizards is having a hard time finding someone else to build Baldur's Gate 4.
Yeah, but like, why? Because Larian backed out of that deal, didn't they?
Yeah,
they wanted to do it.
They wanted to move on to their own projects, like the Divinity. It's like Baldur's Gate made them enough money to where they can now.
More power to them. They did a fantastic job.
So they wanted to work. They wanted to work on more of their own storylines and like their own IPs, not their own storylines. Because I still think they did the storyline for Baldur's Gate 3, but they wanted to work on more of their own IP.
That's really cool, though. So we're looking sometime in 2028 for Original Sin 3. That just looked really cool. It makes me want to try out some of the other divinities.
I think you got the new Witcher coming out at some point, Witcher 4.
I did not know that they were coming out with a Witcher 4.
That comes out later this year, I think, maybe.
I didn't see anything
Maybe
on
next
that
year.
one.
I can't remember.
Let me take a look.
Because you play as Cersei. Not Cersei, that's Game of Thrones. It's Ciri.
Oh, that's neat. You know, I never actually played most of I played the first Witcher game, because in my brain... Because I got The Witcher 3 on sale, and then they were selling those like a 2-pack for the original Witcher and The Witcher 2. And in my brain, I have to play 1, 2, 3. Like, I have to do it in order. And and I got through the first Witcher game, and then I just fell off with it. Like,
I played like an hour of Witcher 3. I have it. I bought it. It was on
Yeah, I have it as well. It was just one of those games. I feel personally that I'm behind in the lore, and that's going to throw me off. Even though some people told me, it's like, it doesn't matter. Just play the game. It is what it is. But I'm like, I need to play it in order, or my brain will not be happy.
Witcher. I have Witcher 3. Haven't played that much of. Or Days In, Days Gone. I have that. Bought that one. Only played like an hour and a half of it.
I've heard that one is underrated.
I've heard it's really good. That's why I played it. That's why I bought it. But I only played like an hour and a half. The Callisto Protocol. I only played like an hour of it. It wasn't bad. Like, it's good, but it's also like, meh.
Just not something that held your attention.
There's just, I don't like games. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's a game I think you would probably enjoy. It's just not for me.
Mm-hmm. Now, because it's one of those things, especially with like longer storyline games, I have to sink into your world so fast, or you're going to lose me. And it's not anything bad on the game company or something. It's like, oh, I'm the end-all, be-all. It is just my own personal preference. I know if I don't get somehow invested into your character or into the story, that I'm going to trail off and like, ooh, shiny, and then I'm gone. That's why a lot of the games that like I've been playing is either stuff that I can just kind of shut my brain off and task, like Power World, or something that is attention grabbing in multiple runs. Like, say, Shift at Midnight, I've been playing Abyssus, which is like a roguelike shooter. So every time you go through, you get different upgrades that you can use until the end of it, then it resets and you have to do it all again. I like roguelikes like that.
I know they're remaking like the original Splinter Cell, and I can't wait for that one to come out. And they're making a new Splinter Cell apparently, because I love those games. I can't wait for those. And then I'd heard they're completely redoing Wildlands.
That one I'm looking forward to.
That seems interesting. Whatever happened with Exodus or Metro?
Oh, I beat them.
So you'd stop. You were giving me regular updates, and then you just stopped.
Oh yeah, no, I went through and I beat the whole series. I still have to play the DLC for Exodus.
Because I know the new one's coming out at some point.
Yeah, no, that's I'm honestly giddy about it. I'm wondering how they're going to do it, because the difference is between like, it was odd in some ways. So at the end of one, which if you'd like, I can give you a quick rundown. I don't want to spoil something.
I'll probably play.
Nuclear fallout, boom. You're in Russia. Everybody goes into the subway system to get away from the fallout. They end up making up their own world down there. Very rundown, very tragic.
The most recent one?
The most recent one was Exodus.
Yeah, I watched that storyline get played on YouTube. I forgot who I watched.
Where they were on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a fun one. I enjoyed it.
I think it was the Rad Brad, like the OG, like one of the OGs for like gameplay on YouTube. I watched him play through it.
Yeah, because the difference between being like in the metro in Game 1 and Game 2 versus being in an open world, like traveling on Game 3, it was a little bit hard to swallow in, like, you're not going up so much against creatures as you are, like, humans. So the gameplay style changes. Because I would always carry the same loadout. I would end up having well, in the first game, it was a revolver with a suppressor and a stock on it. Because it's all close range, and I just wanted to be able to, like, go full silence on them. But then when you get into an open world, you have to have a little bit more assault or a little bit more range. So you end up using, like, a suppressed rifle or, I think they had, like, a version of, like, the F-2000. And it was something along like a bullpup and like a handmade shotgun, things like that. And it became... It was good, don't get me wrong. It was just different. But going through the storyline on Exodus, I don't know where they're going to go with the story from there, because they found like a place to settle. They found what they were looking for. They made it through all of that. And Although they're not opposed to changing the endings of their own games to suit a sequel. Just because in the first one, I think at the end of,
That comes out in February too.
does it? Oh my god, I have so much stuff to do in February. But at the end of one, it's I forget what their name was. My brain stopped. But it would be the mother of your child is like sitting in a metro like home and like talking to the baby about how daddy saved everybody, but he didn't make it. But then in the second one, you're the same character. You survived the thing that happened. They didn't, and they've found you, and you continue on going from there. And then in the third one, again, you survive something tragic to just get out of the metro, find the train, and go find someplace that's
The
safe.
game leans back into the catastrophic, tense, and dark tunnel environments of Metro 2033 and Last Light, while combining them with harsh surface explorations featuring dynamic radioactive ash storms. Maintains the gritty, ground survival horror mechanics of the franchise, emphasizing stealth, resource scarcity, and handcrafted gear. Set in the year 2039, the underground factions of Moscow have been united under a brutal fascist regime called Novorich, led by former Spartan Ranger Hunter. Players control a new voice protagonist known as The Stranger, a recluse haunted by violent nightmares who is forced to return to the underground tunnels he swore to avoid.
Nice.
So
They said Hunter is the leader of
Yep.
this? I thought he died.
Spartan Ranger Hunter, he is the leader. He united them. Yep. United all of the factions. He's a fascist regime. I forgot, I can't pronounce that. But the regime is led by former Spartan Ranger Hunter.
Hunter is the guy that recruited you in the first game to go out and to destroy the Dark Ones.
Apparently he turned into a bitch. Not like a
But
bitch,
he was
bitch,
so
but like
chill
a,
in the first one.
Well, now he's brutal.
And what throws me off is all the regimes were at war. Like, how do you just be like, oh yeah, everybody's together now?
He united them.
Because there was the Spartans, I think it was the Reds, and then there was like Nazis. And they put them all together. He's like, oh yeah, we're all under one banner now.
Yeah, nope. Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I like not playing as Artyom. I think his story was pretty well ended. Not in a negative way, but like they did him good by letting him live out his days with what's her name? I can't remember her name. But either way, like they all survived. Her dad passed away, but it is what it is. But yeah, those games are really cool. Well worth the money to get into them. I definitely like the handcrafted weaponry. I feel like they could build on that if they really wanted to. Again, not a negative, just be like, it'd be really neat to see more. Maybe even more like melee weapons, something like that doesn't really use ammunition. I liked in Exodus how they upgraded like your helmet and your vest, and you can like carry more and like have a heavier glass in your mask. It was all really, really well done, and I hope to see more of it.
He just slit that dude's throat.
Yeah, it's a really cool series for sure to get into.
That man, they got damn breaching charges.
It looks like it in the newer one they will be, but I know mainly you would have
Night vision goggles.
You had night vision goggles. You had a little like battery charger that if they were starting to flicker and they would cut out, you'd have to sit there and like zip 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 and try to like charge the battery to charge them. It was a really neat mechanic. They really covered a lot of things that I would think could be a problem.
Well, that's what we're playing now, or what you're playing, and what we're looking forward to. So, that's cool.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead. We rambled on a long time with that one. You want to go into the next subject here?
Yeah, and this will probably be our last one because we are going to come up on an hour. 3. Upcoming movies, but you don't really know anything.
I don't. I am blissfully ignorant as far as movies are coming out. He usually gives me an update. So like Spider-Man
Next weekend.
and that stuff. Like that's probably the only ones I know. So tell me about movies that you
Like
looking
Odyssey
forward to.
came out last weekend. Metro City came out this weekend. Looked interesting. It's like no dialogue. It's an Alan Richardson movie where it's like straight action. There's like no dialogue. He was like went to prison for something. Now he's out of prison and trying to get like revenge. I don't remember the whole story, but it's just like an action, like no dialogue. Looked interesting. You get Spider-Man next weekend. Looks interesting. Other Mommy looks good. It's that horror.
Oh yeah,
one.
you showed me the trailer for that.
The Resident Evil movie looks good. There's a lot of, and it looks like they're staying true because if you played the games and if you know, you'll recognize a lot of stuff in the trailer.
That's cool.
Brink of War looked interesting. Mutiny looked good. Doomsday, obviously. The Wait looked interesting.
The Wait.
It's a movie with Russell Crowe, Ethan Hawke, where Ethan Hawke is like a regular worker that wants to get back, like a mine worker type thing, that wants to get back to his daughter. So he accepts a job from Russell Crowe's character where they're having to backpack stolen gold from the federal government. And it's like a whole thing where it's like people want the gold and it's a whole... But it's like an older, it's like set in the wilderness. It looked pretty interesting. There's more. I can't remember all of them. I have my calendar at home. I have all of the movies like written out on their release dates, so I can just remember.
I am not surprised. Although I'm surprised it's written. I figured you'd have a digital copy.
And somebody, I had one. I don't know because I think I took all the pictures away. Because there was a few that I was excited for, that I was looking forward to, that I don't think I still have.
Yeah, because more often than not, I don't know something's coming out until it's already out. I'm like, oh, that seems interesting.
Yeah, sounds like a you thing.
What is funny, though, is after all the terrible reviews that I've heard about He-Man and the Universe, Masters of the Universe, is that it was like #1 on Prime the other day as I was scrolling through.
I've seen a lot of people talk about it. They're like, is this another one of those movies where we were like lied to that said it wasn't good? Which I know if you're interested, Mortal Kombat 2 just got posted on HBO Max.
Did it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But,
I might have to look at it.
yeah.
Is that the one with Urban?
Carl Urban, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Minions and Monsters, which I haven't seen any of those. Evil Dead Burn, I'll probably end up watching.
I haven't watched any of that.
Young Washington, I've heard was really good. Disclosure Day, I've heard mixed things on.
No one seems like it'd be okay. If I'm being dead honest, so far out of all those, I'm like, Minions and Monsters sounds the most interesting.
Yeah, I have heard my weird.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, no. Nope.
No go?
Nope.
Well, anyway.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
And yet, for some reason, like, I can sit there and I could put on a YouTube video of just upcoming trailers, and I don't remember any of them.
See, a lot of those ones they'll get you. Because they're not actually real, they're like fan-made trailers. Super Troopers 3 comes out this year.
Oh.
I haven't seen the first two, though, so.
The first one, absolutely hilarious. The second one, not so great.
That one looked... I haven't seen them, so I don't know. But yeah, the Brink of War, I'm looking forward to. Mutiny, I'm looking forward to. The new Insidious, I've watched all the other ones. They're not bad, so they're like, whatever.
Oh.
The Dog Stars looked interesting. That's got...
Speaking of movies, have you ever seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
For those of you that have seen Grandma's Boy, and the game that he makes in that movie, apparently there's a developer actually making Demonic, which is a video game that the main character in Grandma's Boy created for a company. He was a game tester. and he made this game in his spare time, and everybody wanted to play it for the longest time. Finally, somebody actually made it, or is making it. Thought it was neat. I'm actually going to look that up and see what news on Demonic. Because
Street Fighter movie comes out this year, but it's like, man, Clayface looks decent. Godzilla -0 comes out this year. Ebenezer, I'll probably end up watching. The new Hunger Games. Look, the Dune Part 3 comes out this year, so I'll watch that one.
that one seems like it's going to be interesting.
Jumanji, I think, might be coming out this year, the new one. But yeah, those are a few. But Ebenezer I'll end up watching just because I like the Scrooge, the Christmas Carol movies, and then it's got Johnny Depp in it, so.
I saw somebody the other day, I think they were at either Universal or whoever it was that they were looking at. He actually showed up in the Ebenezer Scrooge outfit and did like a thing there, which I think is really neat. Like my brain would explode seeing Johnny Depp playing a part like in person, because it would just be a really neat experience.
Yeah, but that was it. So there's a few. But yeah. But yeah, that's about an hour.
Has it been?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this has been fun. I know we rambled on. We only had maybe like 3 different roles, but we kind of...
4.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
Filled with fun and conversation. So if you would like to put a suggestion onto the list, feel free to comment below, like, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, or our informational videos from Myth and Method. Once again, this has been Let the Dice Roll. I am Eric.
I'm Justin.
And we'll see you next time.
Yep.